If you work in accounting, you have probably had this exact thought sitting at your desk. How long before the software just does all of this by itself? You have seen the headlines. One says accountants are done by next year. The next says it is all hype. Both were written to get a click, not to tell you the truth. So give me 8 minutes, and I will give you the honest answer. No doom, no sales pitch, just what is really happening to this job and what to do about it. Let me say the quiet part out loud first. The worry is fair. Accounting is one of the most exposed jobs in the whole conversation because so much of it happens on a screen and follows clear rules. Pretending nothing is changing would be its own kind of lie. Cut 2. A screen quietly filling a ledger with numbers on its own, hands lifting off the keys. But almost every accountant is asking the wrong question. They ask, will a machine take my job? That question only leaves you 2 doors, panic or denial, and both of them leave you worse off. There is a better question, and it changes the whole picture. Here is the idea that makes sense of all of it. Your job is not one single thing. It is a bundle of tasks. An accountant does not just do one job. They enter transactions, reconcile accounts, chase down receipts, catch errors, file returns, and then sit across from a worried business owner and explain what the numbers actually mean. AI is not walking in and taking the whole chair. It reaches into that bundle and takes the small, repeatable, rule-based tasks first. So the real question is not, will accounting disappear? It is, how much of my day is made of tasks a tool can already do? Picture your own week and sort it into 2 piles. Let me show you exactly what goes in each one because that sort is the most useful thing you will do all year. The tasks most exposed share 3 traits. They happen on a screen, they repeat, and the right answer is predictable. When all 3 are true, a tool can do that task today, right now. In accounting, that means data entry, sorting transactions into the right category, basic bank reconciliation, pulling a first draft of a financial statement, and routine compliance checks. This is already happening. Modern bookkeeping tools categorize a year of transactions in minutes, match receipts on their own, and flag the numbers that look off. Not because the people doing this work are not smart, but because the task is exactly what these tools were built for. If your day is mostly this pile, hear it now, while you still have room to move. Now the other pile, and this is where it gets hopeful. The work that needs real judgment holds up far better. The messy situation with no clean, right answer. The tax strategy that depends on where a person wants their life to go. The trust a client hands you when they show you everything and ask what they should do. Think of advising a business owner on whether they can afford to hire. Building a tax strategy for someone selling a company. Sitting in the gray areas of an audit where the rules do not give a clean answer. Telling a stressed founder the truth about their runway and then helping them fix it. A tool can hand you the numbers in seconds. It cannot sit in that chair and be trusted with the decision. The closer your work sits to judgment and a real person, the firmer your ground. But do not get too comfortable because the line between the 2 piles keeps moving. Every year, these tools reach a little deeper and take a few more tasks that used to need a person. Some of the work that felt safe 5 years ago sits in the exposed pile now. And here is the half the scary headlines leave out. In real life, this moves slower than it does in a demo. Firms are careful. Regulators are slow. Clients still want a human name on their return when the stakes are high. So you are not standing in front of a wave that hits tomorrow. You have time. The only real mistake is spending that time looking away instead of getting ready. So who is actually safe? Here is the part nobody frames for you. The safest accountants are not the ones hiding from these tools. They are the ones who pick them up and use them to do more for the people they serve. They let the tool eat the data entry, and they spend that time on advice, which is the part clients have always paid the most for. Think about the difference. If a tool can do a task, the person who loses is the one who only did that task and nothing more. The person who wins is the one who uses the same tool to deliver a result a business will pay for. And this reaches past accountants. A regular person with no CPA can learn to set up the bookkeeping and reporting tools for a local business, keep their numbers clean, and get paid every month to do it. One person is competing with the tool. The other is putting it to work. Same technology, opposite outcome. So if you take one thing from all of this, take this. Stop asking whether AI will take your job and start learning to use it to deliver something a real person will pay for. That is the move that walks you from the exposed pile to the safe one, whatever your title is today. And no, this does not mean learning to code or going back to school. It means taking one real problem a business actually has, the messy books, the late reports, the numbers nobody has time to explain, and using these tools to fix it. Start small. Pick one tool. Solve one problem for one business, even for free at first, just to prove it works. That single skill, putting AI to work on a real-world problem, is what keeps you safe in any job market. Quick question before the last point, and I read these. Which pile is most of your work in right now? The repeatable one or the judgment one? Tell me in the comments, because that one answer decides your next move. So here is the honest answer in one line. Some of the work, yes. The whole job, no, not for most accountants, not for a long time. And the safest seat of all belongs to the person who uses these tools to deliver a result people pay for. That is a skill you can start building this week, and most people have not started yet, which means you are not behind. You are early. If you want to see exactly how regular people are turning that one skill into income, step by step, I will point you to where it is broken all the way down at Clear Way Through. Subscribe so the next one finds you, and I will see you there.